Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well on this beautiful, beautiful, marvellous Tuesday. Terrific Tuesday. Marvellously terrific Tuesday. That's it. And you're looking marvellous and terrific on this Tuesday. Anyway, I'm getting straight into the meat and potatoes. What is wrong with people? Genuinely, what is wrong with people? And look, I get fed up with it. I get fed up with listening and you're always trying to balance the scales. That's all we're trying to do, balance the scales. And what am I talking about? I hear you say. So we know we've got these upcoming hearings, and we've got a lot floating around in the Idaho 4 case. A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on, and really serious stuff that is challenging people to appreciate that there are things potentially going on that goes completely against fair trial and rights that people have, and what is right that law enforcement should be entitled to do, and what are they entitled to use in order to get a conviction. Do you know what I mean? There's rules. There's things that should be followed, and there should be transparency and honesty and integrity. And when I talk about honesty and integrity, some people fall flat on their fucking moron head. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Nancy Grace. I watched her last video. I don't know why I do it to myself. I'm sure if I ever end up having to go to hell for some reason, there will be a room there that just plays Nancy Grace videos on fucking loop. That's my thoughts and feelings. What a toxic. Oh my God, it's the toxicity coming from that person. Once the jury hears that after the murders, this guy went everywhere wearing plastic gloves, I don't need an expert to tell me that's evidence of guilt. What the actual flying monkey shit are you talking about? Did Idaho slay suspect Brian Koberger wear plastic surgical gloves in the grocery store after the quadruple murders to avoid leaving a trail of evidence? Nancy Grace investigates. And, this video, the outgoing statement of that video is what she says here. Because she's talking about the Casey Anthony case, where the case turned into this, looking at all the intricate evidence and digital and forensics and all this, and she's like, yeah, and she killed her. She even stated that she killed a child and basically got off it because they got blinded by science. That's what and some people will probably agree with that. But anyway, that's by the by. Point being, in this case, she's talking about the money being spent. And they're talking about that Brian Koberger is bringing in an expert to challenge the evidence brought forward in the PCA. She's referencing Cy and she's like, ka-ching, how can they just spend? And we're the taxpayer, we're spending money on this. And some other fucking drip is like, oh, I wish I got to say what I'd like my money to be spent on. So what you are saying is, you don't want somebody to have a fair trial. That's what you're saying. We should just take for fucking gospel what is said by people who may not even be trained and able to put forward the evidence they are. Like these cell phone pings and stuff like that, where a cell phone tower with a 27-mile radius, and then you've got a car that you want to be plotted there. What if I'll give you an example. So what if this didn't happen at 1122 King Road, but happened in a house that was 10 miles away from 1122 King Road? They could have used the exact same data, but just said that he was obviously using different roads to get there. That's as simple as that. That's the truth of it. This job could have been this murder, Freudian slip, could have been done at a house 10 miles away from this, and basically the same results would have been able to be used to prove their point. It doesn't mean anything. And then you've got Muppets like this who are like trying to push just horrible, toxic mentalities that people look at and they follow and they read it and they're like, yeah, he's clearly guilty because he fucking wore gloves. He wore gloves. Well, he went to the grocery store. The guy had huge, he was a germaphobe. Massive fucking germaphobe. You want to walk around where we live here? There's still people wearing gloves. There's still people wearing masks. It's insanity. But I'll tell you what, if you're somebody who goes out and wear masks or wear gloves, God help you if there's a murder anywhere near you, because you're going to be guilty as a motherfucker. In accordance to Nancy Grace's mentality. Anyway, I'm out of here. This is video 2. It was going to be 3, but I thought, nah, fuck it, I'll put it as 2. So this is video 2. There'll be video 3, and then there's going to be a live. So there's 4 videos today. Ain't that a treat? My videos won't be shown in hell either. I don't think. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.